So you mentioned the misanthrope. Is that what you want to do now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And which character in the misanthrope are you doing?
A cast.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and start, and I will look at it, and then we'll talk a little bit after you do it for the first time.
By Jove, when I survey myself, I find no cause whatever for distress of mind. I'm young and rich. I can in modesty lay claim to an exalted pedigree, and owing to my name and my condition, I shall not want for honors and position. Then, as to courage, that most precious trait, I seem to have it, as was proved of late upon the field of honor, where my bearing, they say, was very cool and rather daring. I the wit, of course, and a taste in such perfection that I can judge without the least reflection. And at the theater, which is my delight, can make or break a play on opening night, and lead the crowd in hisses or bravos, and generally be known as one who knows. I'm clever, yes, handsome, gracefully polite. My waist is small, my teeth are strong and white. And since these things are so, it seems to me that I am justified in my complacency.
Very good job. Thank you very much. So you speak really well, and you move. I can tell you can move really well, and all that's really great. Who are you talking to?
Okay, so I'm talking to this guy who thinks that I'm too snobby and I'm a little too high class and I have too much confidence. He thinks that I'm like an ugly person,
Mm-hmm.
Not like physically ugly, but like deep down inside ugly.
Okay. And what do you want from him?
I want him to know that I do, like, I have confidence and I know I'm very sure of myself and I know what I want in life, and his opinion doesn't matter.
His opinion doesn't matter. So you're kind of dismissing him?
Yes.
And why do you need to dismiss him? Why even bother talking to him? Why not just walk away from him completely?
He wants to end the conversation on his note.
On his note. Have the
Yeah.
last word on his note. Okay. Right now, I'm getting a lot of demonstrations of being important and being high class and all of that. And I wonder how much we can maybe not demonstrate, but just be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like when you have nothing to prove to someone, I wonder like to what extent you can afford to just not even, you know what? Bye.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Dismiss
Yeah.
without having to work very hard to prove yourself. I have nothing to prove to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes.
Let's take it again from the top.
By Jove, when I survey myself.
So I want you to personalize that a little bit more. He's insulting you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if I said to you, Sa'Quan, you're not a very good actor at all.
By Jove.
Right. Yes. Right. Exactly. Yes. And that's kind of where I want the monologue to begin. I want it to begin as that response.
When I survey myself, I find no cause whatever for distress of mind.
Fantastic. I love that. You see, already it's much more personal. I want you to make this perfectly clear to him. You don't have to prove this to him. You just have to say this to him. Make it perfectly clear to him.
Okay.
Right? Just tell him. I am what I am, and to hell with everything else. Like right now, you're kind of declaring yourself, and I want you to kind of dismiss and be a little bit more confident about who you are and what you are.
Okay.
Okay. Please. You know what I mean? It's that attitude. So you say, by Jove, what's the line? By Jove, blah, 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 blah.
When I survey myself.
When I survey myself. Yeah, wait, and do that. Survey yourself right now. When I survey myself, think about what do you find?
Okay.
I want you to find all that as you're saying. When I survey myself, what is it that I found? Well, I find this, and I want to see you doing that mental work of finding that stuff.
By Jove, when I survey myself, I find no cause whatever for distress of mind. I'm young and rich. I can in modesty lay claim to an exalted pedigree, and owing to my name and my condition, I shall not want for honors and position. Then, as to courage.
How do you get the courage? It's a transition there, right?
Because I feel like I'm looking at him and he doesn't have it.
I want to see you seeing that he doesn't have courage there.
Okay.
And I assess him. And as you're saying, as for courage, and when you bring up courage, call him a coward. It's like, I'm only bringing this up because you are a sniveling coward.
Oh.
And enjoy this. Enjoy insulting him. Really, it's fun to look down on petty cowards like him. Enjoy that.
Okay. Then, as to courage, most precious trait, I seem to have it, as was proved of late upon the field of honor, where my bearing, they say, was very cool and rather daring. I've wit, of course, and a taste in such perfection that I can judge without the least reflection. And at the theater, which is my delight.
And do you love the theater? Do you hate the theater?
I love the theater.
And you're being redeemed by the theater. And I want to see you sort of be completely redeemed by that when you go there.
And at the theater, which is my delight, can make or break a play on opening night. And since these things are so, it seems to me that I am justified in my complacency.
I want you, since that's the end of the monologue, I want you to end that on a stronger note.
Okay.
So I want you to say goodbye to this small, sniveling coward. Like use that last line to rest your case. You're done. I wipe my hands. I wash my hands of you.
And since these things are so, it seems to me that I am justified in my complacency.
You could do a little gesture, like the equivalent of dusting yourself off, or getting rid of a piece of lint or something stupid. Yeah, like that. Something like goodbye. Yeah, cool. Try it one more time.
And since these things are so, it seems to me that I am justified in my complacency.
I love it. That's hilarious. That's really great. I love that. That's great. So now we've got like a real shape to this thing.
By Jove, when I survey myself, I find no cause whatever for distress of mind. I'm young and rich. I can in modesty lay claim to an exalted pedigree. And owing to my name and my condition, I shall not want for honors and position. Then, as to courage, that most precious trait, I seem to have it, as was proved of late upon the field of honor, where my bearing, they say, was very cool and rather daring. I've wit, of course, and a taste in such perfection that I can judge without the least reflection. And at the theater, which is my delight, can make or break a play on opening night and lead the crowd in hisses or blows, and generally be known as one who knows. I'm clever, handsome, gracefully polite. My waist is small. My teeth are strong and white. As for my dress, the world's astonished eyes assure me that I bear away the prize. I find myself in favor everywhere, honored by men and worshipped by the fair. And since these things are so, it seems to me that I am justified in my complacency.
Terrific. Great work, man. Great work. How did that feel to you?
It felt way better than the first time because I found a color.